slate. That's the word I was looking for. On my face.
Well, my eyes went cross-eyed when my face was like, whoa. Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Pero Talk. I'm Monica.
I'm Alex.
And I'm Carolina. Welcome.
And today we have a very exciting guest that we are all thrilled to have. She is an astrologer, medium, and writer for some of your favorite platforms. We have Esoteric Esa.
Hola. How are you?
I'm feeling so good because your guys' energy is so infectious.
Really?
Heck yes. I want to sit here all day with y'all, but I know you got work and stuff.
It's okay. Our work is this.
This is our work. So.
I want to keep you away from work.
Oh, please. Please.
But I'm so excited. I'm happy everyone's tuning in with us too.
And if you remember, we had you on for a live that you read some of our cards, and that was one of the most fun days that we've had here, I want to say.
It was revealing.
It was revealing. I mean, you had...
I was nervous for you guys.
Really?
No, I was telling them everything that you said or like leaned towards that day, it all happened. And I was like, what?
Yeah.
I'm not, to be honest, I'm a little bit of a skeptic.
Yeah.
And after that, I was like, oh God, I should reevaluate this because it all was right.
I think when you step into that space, like as a client or someone who's curious who wants to connect with tarot readings or a psychic, you do have to have a little bit of healthy skepticism. I don't want you to go in full on naive, because then that's how people get taken advantage of.
100%.
So I love that you mentioned that,
You didn't fall into this by accident. This is like in your family, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so my grandma, my mom's mom, was a practicing psychic tarot reader. That's how she paid her bills. She even was on Miss Cleo's hotline, one of the psychics. And so when I would sleep over, she would be on the phone doing tarot readings.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah. My abuelita.
I love that. And how was that like? Was that relationship, was that you saw your grandma and that's something that she passed down to you? Or is that something that you were like, I actually have the gift as well? And your grandma was like, I see all the movies and all the shows.
Yeah.
I grew up watching Charms and I was like,
Charms.
last episode, I was like, oh my God, when my grandma died, passed away, I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna get my power soon.
Yes.
That never came.
No, that's not true.
Okay.
That's not true. Don't discount the abuelita's passing. Yeah, when the ancestors die, they do in the spirit realm help us level up in some sort of capacity, whether it's a loss of a significant relationship that we thought would be around forever, or we have to make a huge life transition in career. So it's coming. Maybe you don't see it just yet. Let it marinate. But yeah, growing up, my grandma noticed it early on. I say this all the time. She used to gift me crystals. She read my palm at 9, y'all. 9 years old, she read my palm. And she has predicted so many things. I'm just like, can you not be right about the other things that are left? Yeah. But then my mom and my dad really freaked out because they saw how close I was getting to my grandma in elementary and middle school. So then they stopped my sleepovers, which really broke my heart. Yeah. That definitely created like a dent between my relationship with my grandma and myself. And then it wasn't until my mid-20s, like we reconnected. I was like, I want to learn more about astrology because she always used to be like, here, you're an Aquarius, use this crystal. And my brother's a Scorpio, here, I gifted you this crystal. So she did mentor me like the last 2 years before her passing. It's just crazy how that happened when I wanted to reconnect and learn more. And then boom, she was gone 2 years later. So I learned everything I needed to learn, even though I wanted to learn more. But you only get what you're ready to be given. I really say my grandma sacrificed a lot for me to sit in this privilege to openly call myself a Bruja and to do this work and to work with beautiful people like you and brands like PeroLike who, show solidarity and allyship to our community because there's a lot of stigma. But my grandma growing up with her family, she was ostracized a lot. Yeah. But then low-key, they were going to her for tarot readings. Is my husband cheating on me? Her cousins and whoever, right?
It's so funny how the Catholics will turn when infidelity is in line, right? Like it's like, wait, what can I do to keep the man?
We lose all our values when it comes to infidelity. All our religious values,
How would you define being a psychic? Like maybe for someone who's like, what is any of this?
I think if someone's trying to understand better, like especially if you're coming from a very religious background, a psychic is someone who can choose to be open to dark spirits or positive spirits, because there are dark spirits out there, right? We're not naive to that. But a psychic is someone based on whatever their intention is. I think it's to help people connect with, the supernatural and especially their past loved ones. Like I love to connect with ancestors when they come through. That's my favorite thing to do. Like your grandma's coming in from your dad's side of the family. Yeah. Like, I love when they come through. I know.
Oh my god, sorry, I just got so emotional. I was like, really? Okay.
That's sugar because I've never met her and I've never.
And it's always the ancestors where people are like, we don't have any relation to them, never met them, or maybe I met her when I was an infant, she died. That's where they're coming in, because it's time for you to reconnect and heal that part of the lineage. It's time for it to no longer be lost.
So much about my dad on this show. You already know. And how he left for the milk and never came back.
No, you said tamale. You said tamale.
He came back for the, he left for the milk and never came back with the tamales. He left me hungry.
I've heard that the people that come through a lot of the time, those are people who are like light spirits. Mm-hmm. Is that necessarily true or
no?
No,
I've had bigots come in before. Oh yeah, I've had someone's grandpa come in and he was saying all kinds of racial slurs. Like, so that's the one thing is, like, when we die, we leave in the same consciousness that we existed in. So if we were a racist, we die a racist.
Oh no.
You don't automatically become enlightened. You're not being Jesus Christ, right? But you're moving on into another realm where there's less pain and stuff. But when you come back and you connect, you're still gonna have the same consciousness, right, that you existed in. So anyone comes in, honey, let me tell you.
So once a hater, always a hater.
No, and sometimes you gotta set them straight. Like, I've had certain people's grandpas come in, they're just so rude. I'm like, I'm disconnecting.
Yeah.
Hang on. I cannot with you.
Call cannot be found.
Thank you.
For me, it's scary to hear that also negative energies can come through because I'm scared to tap into something that I feel and I'm like, I'm gonna close it because I'm scared that there might be something that I'm gonna be frightened about.
Yeah, that's a very common question. If you're feeling like that too, let me reassure you guys. Unless you're going out seeking that energy and you're like, oh, I want to connect with the demon. Like, it's not gonna happen.
Okay.
You're not just gonna wake up like,
The demon's not lurking like, is Alex awake yet?
He's not gonna pull your legs in the middle of the night.
No, because they got other soul contracts with other people that they're working out, that they're busy doing, you know?
Okay.
But you have to make a soul pact with darker spirits. You either have to, like, offer blood or hair, something of flesh and body. Blood is like the biggest gift you can give in occultism to a spirit that will bind you forever. So if you got like an abuelita coming in, like saying like, oh, give me your period blood, like that's not your abuelita, honey.
That is wild.
My hair is expensive. I am not donating it for this. Like, I'm not.
the skincare? We're not puncturing anything.
Not cutting anything off.
Okay, get out of here.
I'm anemic. I can't be giving blood like that. Like,
Too precious. Too precious.
I wanted to talk to you because something that I love about your page and the reason that I follow you so much is my mom and I recently have really looked into like decolonizing like spirituality, and I wanted to know like how someone can go about kind of going into decolonizing their religious beliefs in a way.
Yeah, I think when you want to start the process of decolonizing, you have to know where you come from in order to know where you're going. I know that's a really cliche quote, but you need to look back and research. Where did your dad come from, right? What tierra, what land, right? Like, go on Ancestry, do your blood DNA testing. I know that's a little bit controversial because people are like, oh, blood quantum doesn't make you indigenous or not. But our stories are so complex and beautiful that I think you need to go back and do your best to retrace your roots. So then you can understand, okay, my dad is from, like for example, my dad's from Michoacan, Mexico. So I'm getting to learn like the culture there of that land, right? Like what did the indigenous people there do, right? That then I see like, oh, they have this specific ritual that I see the Catholic Church does. Oh my God, look at how it's married and interwoven. So I think that's how you can start decolonizing. Christianity is derived off of paganism, right?
Yes.
Which is witchcraft. Paganism comes from Egypt, Egyptian culture. Right? And so it's like there's so much interwoven influence from different cultures through colonization. I think that's where people need to be a little bit more open-minded because let me tell you, my loving Catholics, I love my Catholics. I got lots of Catholic clients. I got them. I won't out you. But Catholics are the most witchy Christians there are.
Oh, 100%.
I believe that.
We got all kinds of rituals. We light the velas, right? Praying is spell casting.
Incense.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, you go in a veil to the church.
Covering your crown chakra.
Yeah,
Yes.
so you walk in, like, there's so much performance in
Yes.
Catholicism that I'm
It's
just
all
like,
a big show.
yeah, so I'm like, it's a drama for me.
It is a drama. I love it. It's beautiful.
It's camp. Do you have any like advice or suggestions for someone who is just beginning to try to decolonize their religious beliefs?
go back to your childhood and anything, anywhere, anyone that ever told you no, go back and revisit why they told you no. Why did they tell you no? How did that suppress your authentic self, your happiness, your spirit? Because that was projected upon you, right?
Interesting.
Go back and revisit that.
So I want to talk about the evil eye, because growing up, my grandmother always gave us bracelets and necklaces and charms, and I always had them. When I first met you, right when I sat down, you were like, oh, I can feel the evil eye on you. And I hadn't worn or even thought about those bracelets in years until you said that. And I was like, where are they? And I was like, pull them out and put them back on. But I would love to hear your thoughts on that and how you can tell it's on somebody.
Here's how you can tell you have the evil eye on you. Self-diagnosis. When you are feeling you are not your normal self, you're feeling like lethargic, maybe emotionally low, depressed, more anxious, you can't seem to focus. It will manifest in the body as fatigue and headaches because someone's constantly thinking of you, and we call that head work. They're doing head work. When I'm thinking, even on your crush, y'all, stop obsessing over your crushes, you anxious attachments.
Oh my God! Wait, so am I giving Jack Harlow head work?
Oh my God, give me head work.
But that's how you can physically tell. And then you might want to do an egg limpia or go to someone like a bruja like myself or curandero to help you diagnose. But evil eye is so common. And then egg limpias, egg cleanses are a great way of doing that. Even if you don't know how to read the egg results, just do the limpia, put it in the cup and flush it down the toilet because it's removing anything that's being sent to you. Now remember, evil eye is jealousy. It's also people wishing ill upon you. Now, very rarely you're gonna get someone trying to do hexes on you. Curses. That's okay. Look, first of all, they gotta know what they're doing. There's a lot of amateurs out here. Okay.
Love that.
A lot of amateurs. And are you really that important to get hexed?
No.
That's fair, yeah.
So we've got bracelets, we've got charms.
Is it true that you have to get it from someone so it works?
No.
Oh, okay. Because I've never had any, but I'm sitting here waiting. I'm like, when are you guys gonna give me my bracelet?
Oh, I have extra. I'll bring
But it's good to know that I can just go out and get it for myself.
If they break, then that means that someone sent you hardcore.
Oh my God, I've had this for almost a year. And I took it off the other day. My friend got into a car accident, and I was like, let me put it back on. The day that I took it off, he's like, I just got rear-ended. I was like, let me put that back on.
You're protecting the squad.
Yes. Sorry, homie. I took it off right before I showered.
Well, we have some cards of yours.
Yes, tell us about these.
They're my affirmation deck, my newest affirmation deck, Malas Palabras. That translates to bad words, Malas Palabras, and it's an affirmation deck. It's dirty words for decolonial spells. The reason why I created this deck specifically is as a Latina, I was always told, calladita te ves más bonita by people, right? Watch your language, be more ladylike, and that's not who I am. I know there's a lot of us out here who speak very freely. And so these affirmation cards bring in a lot of dirty words like sex, liberation. Sex? What? You have sex? You're having sex? No way. Yes, Mom. I'm 35.
I was like, Mama, how do you think everybody in this room came about?
Yeah. I'm back. And everyone pull a card. Let's talk about shuffling. How do you shuffle? There's no wrong way to shuffle.
Okay, good, because I'm not good at
Look
shuffling.
at you, Profess.
Yeah. Take the one on top.
Okay.
Ooh, they're so pretty. I love the lips.
Ooh. Yeah. Okay. I love money because it opens doors for my family and hood.
Have you been focused on money right now?
Yeah, I was just thinking about my check because last week we had a holiday, so we didn't get paid for that day. Y hoy se paga la renta.
Yeah.
But do you like funneling back into your community,
Well, actually,
Latinx vendors?
my family has been very dependent on me recently, so I pay our car insurance. I have a younger brother. They're all in college, so they're like, Alex. So yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Monica?
Okay, Mommy, lifting other homegirls up won't block your abundance. Oh no!
No, that's beautiful because you, sis, brought me here today.
That's right.
Yeah. And I'm so grateful to you for that. So I think that's reaffirming just like how you are in the energy of, speaking of giving, you are in the energy of raising other women up. That's who you
hell
are.
yeah.
Other
I'll take
people.
that.
Oh, mine is.
The Joker card.
You have no future.
Yes.
No affirmation.
You're just a ghost.
I've been thinking that recently.
You
Just
have been
kidding.
here this whole time. We've been talking to every chair.
Okay, ready? Which is crazy that this came up because we've been talking about this.
What?
Elevating my ancestral lineage by saying.
Whoa, that is like what Caro's been so focused on. Even preparing for this episode, that's what she wanted to talk about.
Yeah, that was. I really wanted to like talk more about like decolonizing religion, and we did that.
So what's one thing in your life that you are decolonizing by saying fuck that shit too?
Well, recently my mom saw someone that said that I am the one that's breaking all of the generational traumas and everything and the curses. So that's recent. I'm going back and looking through everyone's like history and thinking, well, that's passed on to this person and that's why it's to me now. So I'm like breaking everything up for everybody.
You're choosing not to repeat cycles.
Yes, exactly.
So hard.
Yeah. This is from Andy Canchola Official. My grandma says these things are the devil or evil. What do you guys think? Your grandma's doing things too.
Your grandma's secretly subscribing.
Did they say what things?
Well, because I put questions about spirituality, tarot, and or astrology.
Yeah, let me just shout out to your grandma. She's looking out for you.
Yeah.
But let me tell you a little bit about your grandma. Your grandma, she got an altar, right? She's got some agua bendita, right? Some holy water, right? She got her little altar set up with her rosary. What's the rosary? A divination tool. Might not be a pendulum, but it's similar, right? What is the holy water, right? It's water that we're using as divination tool, right? To bless things, right? An altar is a sacred space to conduct religious magic, right? Your prayers and all that. So I think, you know, your abuelita might just be under the interpretation that you're trying, when we do this work, we're manifesting bad stuff, but we're manifesting good stuff. So just reaffirm to your abuelita that you're just trying to manifest some money and get her out the hood or whatever, right? Pay off the house, I don't know, right? Like, so I think your abuelita's just looking out for you. Your abuelita comes from different times, honey. Yeah, different times.
And then this is kind of a silly question, but key differences between an October-November Scorpio and March-February Pisces.
This sounds like someone that's trying to like discern between some lovers over here, right? Like,
Person's name is Jasmin.
Jasmin likes the water signs. We get 2 zodiac signs per month, so that's why it's always mid-month to the next mid-month. A February Pisces person will be a lot more analytical, a lot more of a doer, whereas the March Pisces person's a little bit more laid back, a little bit more relaxed, maybe a little bit more lazy, more of a dreamer. And then the October Scorpio is gonna be toxic.
That's my brother.
The November Scorpio is gonna be all about money. Okay, very materialistic.
Interesting. Okay.
So they didn't get, Jasmine, you didn't get real specific with it, but I guess
those are the differences.
we're gonna leave you with that.
So should she go with the Scorpio or should she go with the Pisces?
I feel Jasmine would do, just based off the energy I'm reading, she should go with Pisces, and she's she's leaning towards the Pisces person. So Jasmine, let us know. Yeah.
Jasmine, do let us
You're gonna
know.
have more fun with the Pisces.
Yeah, we're doing some matchmaking here, which eventually we should do some zodiac matchmaking segments. That would be fun.
Oh.
Good luck, Jasmine.
Good luck, Jasmin.
It has been incredible having you here with us, Jasmine. Thank you so much for bringing your affirmation cards. That's not usually my thing, but I am gonna buy a pack. These are great. These are amazing.
Thank you.
This has been Petal Talk, everybody. You can follow us on IG, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram to see the full episode on YouTube, but there will be clips floating around. Make sure you follow Esa because, oh my God, she has information for you, whether you want to hear it or not.
Bye, guys.
Bye.